Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. You're here with Randall Lefebvre, otherwise known as Drax Craven in the 6th world. When last we left off, we escaped the Harfeld Manor. Monica was dead and a lot of people were very upset. Some with me, some just upset. Up the ladder. Into the safe house. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face. Light glinting off steel-rimmed glasses, Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part dealmaker, part information broker. One of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Eager's fury, Monica's absence. I had that feeling. How did she... His face has gone ashen. He swallows, takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? Something in the vault security system cooked her brain. It was too quick to be black ice, I don't know. Monica died of biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. And this idiot stood by and let it happen. Oh, pointing a finger at me? Pointing a finger in my chest? I'll go with the third option. By the time I saw what was going on, it was too late. Yeah, because you never bothered to learn what to look for. Muscle contraptions and microtremors are a good indication of a Decker in distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye out for those. No, if you had, my friend wouldn't be lying dead in a basement. Oh, shove off, Eager. We were all on the lookout for physical security, double-decker included. Throwing him under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under a bus is exactly where he belongs. Eager turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich. You know that. But you don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like a game. Do that long enough, and you're gonna get burned. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured out all you needed to know by now. You'd known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Eager. Amsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. How many seconds passed between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Eager, I don't... How dare you? Look, this won't... I'm gonna go with the third one. You don't have an answer for that. Of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your... That is enough. Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Eager, you and Doubledecker can have it out later, but I have had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he'd led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there. Something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're still in danger. Agreed. And to neutralize this danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. Monica lived long enough to say name. Fershwin, she fought hard to tell us it must be important. Let's begin at the beginning, the estate in the basement. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? Monica lived long enough to say name. Verschwinged? She fought hard to tell it to us. It must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Firewing? This is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. That brings back many unpleasant memories. The Firewing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. You're far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, the name Verschwinge is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Verschwinge was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Those were dark days. Countless men and women and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation, and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the fair Schwinge was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course, but it was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the SOX. This event was called the Dragonfall. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero, our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the awakening were traumatic, Igor, not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Firewing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of the Fairschwinge is a bit of a historical trivia, nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon? Any ideas as to why? No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Fairschwinge has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. I will look into this, and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be head of security. That is not much to go on. Do any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s? Pretty old for an orc. And he'd had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. That is something. I will see what I can find out. Did you note anything else during the run that may be of value? That's all we got. Not much. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin grafts, and a long-forgotten world event. Wait, we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? You haven't said anything about our client yet, Paul. You hold out on us? Oh, I ain't gonna say that. Who paid for this run? I do not know his exact identity. I did not set up this run. Monica did. I warned her. I told her not to take the job, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I never much liked the man, and I certainly never trusted him. But Monica would have done anything for her cause, anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. Press him for information? I'm feeling particularly vindictive. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he had led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably gonna rabbit. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There's a man here in the Cruise Bazaar, a Turk named Altug Burakazi. He owns a little soy calf shop just down the way called Cafe Shezve. This man is also a purveyor of information. I have done business with him from time to time. You think he would know something about Green Winters? When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altug. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winter ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. Pragmatic. Yes, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've already uncovered, sparse though it may be. Ding! 5 karma. You okay, game? It's all fine. So, you can spend karma on this screen. Ding. So you can only raise a skill as high as its attribute. If only I'd had that third point in biotech. Curses. I don't think I'll put many points in willpower. I'm just not worried about taking damage from magical sources. You know what's always helpful? Hit points. I am always down for more health. Looks good to me. Anything else, Paul? His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. No, not yet. Then please, continue working. We need to find that man. Dietrich, how you holding up, man? Dietrich turns his head at your approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars. The legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there is still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Double-decker, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. I'm drinking to revenge. No. Refuse? No way I'm refusing. The Monica. Roast. The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes of sweet corn and walnuts, with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Dietrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull on the bottle, then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Double-decker. What made you choose to come to Berlin? I had my reasons. Such as? Come on, boss. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working for here. I think I deserve to know that much. Member of my old crew betrayed me. I just had to drop out of sight for a while. Sure enough, I think that most of the team is here to hide from something. Not me, of course. Given the choice between hiding from something and punching it smack in the nose, you know which direction I tend to lean. But most of the others? Yeah, even Igor's hiding out from something. Really? How do you know? Intuition. I've got a nose for damaged people. Of course, I spent most of my life running with and playing for folks who were damaged in one way or another, so that might have something to do with it. So things got heavy back in the Ruhrplex, and you decided to bail and head to Berlin. Am I getting that right? More or less. There wasn't much left for me in the Ruhrplex, and Monica made me a hell of an offer. Ah, yes, Monica. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, just what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know that you two knew each other all the way back, but she was pretty coy about those things. What do you want to know? Monica was my friend. I cared about her. I don't know, I guess I just want to get to know her better. There were some areas of her life that have always been a mystery to me. If you could shed any light on them, I'd be appreciative. I knew Monica well enough to know what you mean. She did have a mysterious way about her. So what was the deal between the two of you? Don't leave me in suspense. We were friends. Right there with you, and a privilege to say so. She was one of the best women I've ever known. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time, and the bottle's almost empty. Thank you for taking the time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. Dante. As you start towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante, Monica's dog. An enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh, shit. Dante. Don't worry, boy. We'll look after you. At the sight of Monica's dog, Amsel's eyes well up. He inhales, but he can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned into a full-blown howl. Wouldn't stop, just kept. That's when I realized something bad had happened. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Oh, gotta give him a scratch behind the ears. Guess the dog is going with you, Double-decker. Well, perhaps a part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you finish with Altug, my friend. With a little luck, he can help us locate Green Ventus, and we can get to the bottom of this. And now, I think we should all take a moment for Monica. I'm gonna try to talk to Eager, even though it's probably a bad idea. First, I'll talk with Glory. I like how Glory just hangs out in the bathroom, staring in the mirror. Glory is beautiful in a waifish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy, but there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy loadout of cyberware, from head to toe. She looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon, but Glory cyberware is first generation. All of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Double Decker, can I help you? How you holding up? Don't worry about me. I'm solid. Sure, you look like you're a million miles away. Nah, if you say you're good, you're good. Trust you. She grants you a barely perceptible nod. I'll talk to you later. Suit yourself. Yeah, that much chrome does something to people. You're wrong, and I'm gonna prove that to you. That was probably a little over the top, but I don't know. I felt the need to put my foot down. As Monica said, there's a line between insubordination and whatnot. But welcome to the Cruise Bazaar. Malit. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with a practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? I need some tech and I'm on a tight schedule. Show me what you got. Ooh, Onaraku Craftwork. I want it. I want it. What could I sell? I got nothing to sell. But I do need a new deck. This Sony CTY360 is not fucking cutting it. It's got no evasion, man. I wonder how much I could sell the Sony for. Probably not much. It's kind of crap, honestly. 175. Well, shit. Medic, slow, sniffer? Ooh, that sounds important. ESPs. Oh, drones. Matrix Courier. For those who dress for the inside of the Matrix and out. Grants +1 intelligence. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's better than the armor I'm wearing right now. I'll consider it. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. I will skip, like, most of the shopping from, like, once I've gone to every store, I'll skip all the shopping, but I do want to talk to everyone. Getting a feel for the neighborhood is just really important. Sorry I didn't do a lot of shooting. There are going to be a lot of sections of this game that are just, like, people talking with each other. And if that is not something that you're into, then hey man, don't worry about it. You can just go put on Let's Play Bioshock 1 or something and just watch me shoot the shit out of a bunch of mutated humans. But I'm gonna cut it here. Good night, everyone. Next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall, we'll explore the Cruise Bazaar. Good night, everyone.